All right, Old School Will is back at it again today, folks. And today we're going to talk about something that a whole lot of cruisers have been asking lately. Why do these cruise lines keep building bigger and bigger and bigger ships? At one time, a cruise ship carried about 2,000 people, was considered massive. Now, we're seeing ships carrying 6,000, 8,000, and some experts believe one day we could eventually see floating cities carrying over, get this, 20,000 passengers and crew combined. And you know, the question is this really about giving passengers a better experience? Or is this all about the almighty dollar, money? Because the bigger these ships become, the more cruise lines can charge, the more restaurants they can add.
Top 10 must-try cruise ship restaurants. Let's eat your way across the fleet. 1. Wonderland Royal Caribbean. Whimsical tasting menu, where dishes look like art but pack bold flavor. 2. 150 Central Park, Royal Caribbean. Refined, produce-forward classics and a serious wine list. 3. Eden Restaurant Celebrity. Open kitchen theater with inventive, produce-driven plates. 4. Le Petit Chef Celebrity. 3D animated dinner that's gimmicky in the best way. Surprisingly solid courses. 5. The Wake Virgin Voyages. Throwback steakhouse vibes, big cuts, and proper sides. 6. Test Kitchen Virgin Voyages. Set menus that nerd out on technique. Smoked, pickled, fermented, fun. 7. Crown Grill Princess. Consistent, juicy steaks and a sleeper hit. Sea Bass. 8. Onda by Scarpetta, NCL. Lux Italian. Creamy polenta, perfect al dente pastas, slick service. 9. Le Bistro, NCL. French comfort hits. Onion soup, escargot, and rich sauces done right. 10. Emerald's Bistro, Carnival. Gulf Coast staples, gumbo, etouffee, beignets. Fast, flavorful, affordable. Which one wowed you? Or did I miss the one you love?
The more drink packages they can sell, and the more paid attractions they can squeeze onto these floating resorts.
These are all my drinks. It doesn't stop. That was one day. That's the second day. I don't know how.
But at what point does bigger stop meaning better? And are cruisers eventually going to say enough is enough? Let's talk about it. Now, let's start with the real reason cruise lines love these mega ships. It's called revenue.
Cruise lines made billions last year, and your vacation just got more expensive because of it. In 2025, Carnival posted a record $2.2 billion in profit. Royal Caribbean hit $3.6 billion. Norwegian wasn't far behind. These are the biggest profit numbers in cruise history. So why did they add a daily resort fee? Why did gratuities go up again? Why does Wi-Fi cost more than your phone bill? Because they can. Here's the truth nobody in the brochure tells you. Cruise lines are not in the vacation business. They are in the fee business. The base ticket is just the hook. Once you're on that ship, you are trapped. No competition, no alternatives. Just a floating mall designed to drain your wallet at every turn. Drink packages, specialty dining, excursion markups, spa fees, casino odds stacked against you. Even the photos they take of you on the gangway cost $40. And the wildest part? Most cruise lines are not even American companies. Carnival is incorporated in Panama. Royal Caribbean in Liberia, they dodge American taxes while marketing themselves as the ultimate American vacation. Record profits, higher fees, zero accountability. The cruise industry is not selling you a dream. They are selling you a bill.
Pure and simple. See, back in the day, cruising was more about the destination. Today, cruising has become the destination itself. Cruise lines realize something very important. If they can keep passengers entertained on the ship, they can keep passengers spending money on the ship.
If 120 feet gets this reaction, wait until 170 feet takes over.
That's why modern cruise ships now look more like Vegas resorts floating in the ocean. You have specialty restaurants, water parks, roller coasters, go-kart tracks, surf simulators, private clubs, VIP lounges, casinos, shopping malls on a cruise ship. Wow. And even zip lines.
Walking the plank on the world's largest cruise ship. You complete an obstacle course, ending with a zip line that hangs 154 feet above the ocean. Here we go. Icon of the Seas cruise ship. You then walk to the end of the plank, where the floor beneath your feet collapses. Would you try this?
And guess what? Most of that stuff costs extra. It's not included with your packages, folks, on most of this stuff. The cruise ticket gets you on the ship, but the real profits come after you board. That's where cruise lines make their money. Drink packages, Wi-Fi packages, spa treatments, specialty dining, excursions, premium seating, arcades, photo packages.
Have you ever wondered how much cruise ships make from their onboard photographers? Every smile, every sunset, every group photo. It's not just for memories. Ships have professional photographers capturing passengers all day. Photos, packages, digital downloads, everything has a price. And the kicker, on a ship with 4,000 passengers, cruise lines can easily pull in $40,000 to $80,000 per voyage from photography packages alone.
Everything is designed to increase onboard spending. And the larger the ship, the more opportunities they have to make money. Now here's another reason cruise lines keep building these gigantic ships. Economics. A massive ship may cost billions to build, but once it's operating, it can become a money printing machine. Why? Because cruise lines can spend operational costs across thousands of passengers. Think about it. One captain, one engine system, one entertainment staff. But now instead of serving 2,000 passengers, they're serving 7,000. That means more ticket sales, more gratuities, more drink packages, more casino revenue, and more excursions.
More money, me money, 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 me money, 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 burning me money, money. I like money. I'm losing money on this deal. Money, money, gone.
Cruise lines also love these megaships because they dominate social media. People see giant ships online and immediately say, wow, I want to cruise on that. The bigger the ship, the more attention it gets.
If you love mega ships, these are the 5 biggest cruise ships debuting in 2027. At number 5, we have the Disney Believe. This new ship is coming in at around 144,000 gross tons and carrying up to 4,000 guests. At number 4 is Norwegian Aura. And this one will be the largest ship ever in the NCL fleet and part of the Prima Plus class, at nearly 170,000 gross tons. Coming in at number 3 is Carnival Festival. This new XL class ship will be around 182,000 gross tons and carry over 5,000 guests. This one brings a major change, replacing the Bolt roller coaster with something new called Sensation Point. At number 2 is the MSC World Atlantic. At around 215,000 gross tons, this world-class ship will sail from Port Canaveral and carry close to 6,800 guests. And finally, at number 1, the next world's biggest cruise ship. Hero of the Seas will be the 4th Icon-class ship, joining Icon, Star, and Legend. And it's expected to exceed 250,000 gross tons with capacity for nearly 8,000 passengers. We're still in 2026 and already seeing insane ships being launched. But cruise lines are clearly thinking way ahead. And 2027 is shaping up to be a massive year. Would you sail on any of these? Let me know in the comments.
And attention equals bookings. That's why every cruise line is in competition to build the next biggest attraction at the sea. Now, Old School is going to tell you where the problem starts. Crowds. And a lot of cruisers are starting to complain about it. See, when you put thousands and thousands of people onto one ship, everything changes. Long elevator waits, packed buffets, chair hog wars, crowded pools, lines everywhere, noise everywhere. Some cruisers say these newer ships no longer feel relaxing.
Hey guys, so a bit of an update. That's guest services there, and the line is out past the nose through the Ember.
They feel stressful, especially for older cruisers and long-time loyal passengers, who, by the way, are fading by the wayside. A lot of folks miss the smaller ships where things felt calmer, more personal, more peaceful, and back in the day, you could actually walk around the ship without feeling like you're in a shopping mall during Christmas season. Now, some ships feel overcrowded before the cruise even leaves port. And let's be honest, as these ships grow larger, passenger behavior also changes. More crowd often means more arguments, more fights, more chaos, more drunken behavior, more ratchet behavior, more ghetto behavior, and more people, the last two I added, and more people simply acting a fool. And many longtime cruisers are beginning to ask if cruising losing what made it special. Now this is the million-dollar question. Will people eventually stop cruising on these giant floating cities? Or will the next generation love them? Because younger cruisers often want more excitement, more nightclub life, more attractions, and more activities. Too many younger travelers. These giant ships are like amusement parks at seas. But older cruisers, many of them want relaxation, quiet, service, comfort, and peace. And that's why we may eventually see cruising split into two worlds. Mega party ships for one crowd, and smaller premium experiences for another. Some cruisers may continue chasing the bigger ships possibly. Others may intentionally move towards smaller ships, luxury ships, river cruises, or adults-only experiences. Because at some point, people may decide bigger just ain't worth the stress anymore. And another thing old school's got to add, with the economy being as unstable as it is now, will cruising slowly start declining? What do you guys think on that one? Okay, at the end of the day, cruise lines are businesses, and businesses follow the money.
Shut up and take my money!
If giant ships keep making billions, they're going to keep building them. But the real question is this: what kind of cruise experience do passengers really want? Do people want floating amusement parks, or do they want relaxing vacations again? Old school believes there's room for both, but also believes some cruise lines may be pushing things a little too far, because sooner or later, bigger ships may create bigger problems. But I want to hear from you. Would you cruise on a ship carrying 10,000, 20,000, or even 30,000 people? Or have cruise ships already become too big? Okay, folks, drop those comments below. And if you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. You know, old school, because of you guys out there, y'all are really growing this channel. And I thank each and every one of you for that. Well, this is Old School Will. Y'all stay blessed.